It is Mother's Day, and as we had IHateStevenSinger.com, Steven Singer on, he's got, I don't even know what he said. There's a million pieces of jewelry he's giving away. They're all for wholesale. They're available to buy right now. Mother's Day is Sunday. He predicts these will sell out by Wednesday. And so we thought, what better way to award a mother than who would be qualified more than a mother who had her kid maybe by accident? You know, you have a kid by accident, and then you raise that kid to be an adult, and you should be rewarded. The kid should be like, "Thank you so much."
Right.
I mean, I could have been. You made this horrible mistake in your life, and now look at me. I'm a functioning adult.
I will prove to you it was no mistake.
Yeah, I'm a functioning adult now.
Yeah.
And what we'll see to which level they're functioning, but
and that's how we're going to grade this. It's like, how good did the kid really turn out?
Yeah, you grade on your own scale. I'll grade on my scale. There's no rules.
I think we're going to do it on inconvenience, perseverance, and was it all worth it?
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Those are the three categories.
Fair enough. All right, let's bring in Allison.
Okay.
Allison is the mom. She is the one who came in. Her daughter looks absolutely thrilled to be here.
I believe this is Kristen we're bringing in first.
Okay, Kristen.
Okay,
Kristen
why have
so
them?
Kristen is the one that wanted to be on. Okay, so okay.
Why
Hi,
have them in
Kristen.
order on the sheet? We'll just do it.
Exactly.
We'll do it in a different
There's only
order.
two.
We have a microphone.
So Kristen's mom, you're going to have
There
to
you
use
go.
that microphone. Okay, so Kristen, you applied to this.
Yes, I did.
So you're aware that you were not conceived on purpose.
Oh, yeah. She calls me a happy surprise.
Okay, a happy surprise in
Oh, yeah.
quotations. You're both doing quotations. You've done this act before.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so give me the scenario. Now, what's your mother's name? I don't have it here.
Roberta.
Okay, Roberta.
Hello, Roberta.
Hi.
Roberta, take us through how your life with your children. Take us through how many children do you have?
4.
Okay, and where does Kristen lie in this?
She was the last one.
Okay, so she was the last one. So you have your first child when you're how old?
28.
Okay, that's an age where many people have kids. You have your second child when you are.
So Robbie was a year and a half later. And
Okay,
then-
so you're like 29.
Yeah, and then Andrew came 4 years after that.
Okay, and so now you're in your mid 30s.
Bit of a layoff between second and third, but now you're done.
And you
Yes.
say I have 3 kids. Like financially, we're set. Like
Yes.
let's not go crazy here. As a father of 2, we all have 2 kids. It's very expensive. You say, let's hunker down and we'll pay for this, and then and get these kids out of the house, and then what happens?
And
you are so sexually active. What happens at this point?
Well, apparently I just found out that Dad went to a club. I didn't know that. So when he came home, he was...
Oh, you went to a strip club?
Yes.
Okay, so
And
Oh, God.
So when he came
is this fun for you, Kristen? So he went to a strip
Well,
club.
they're the ones that just told me that. I had no idea.
Your face is very red. If you're watching on YouTube, by the way, Kristen's face is
Yeah.
legitimately like
should-
birdish red.
It should be. It should
Okay, so he went. Would you know what strip club so they could get free
be.
advertising?
I have no idea. None
Okay,
whatsoever.
all right.
But it's really good advertised. Dad went to a strip club. He was so horned up when he got home. He had to do the
Yes.
deed, and I guess be thankful that your father did not experience anything extra.
There you go.
Great minds,
Right.
because I was
See?
thinking the same thing. Is that oftentimes in strip clubs, not to my experience, but I've been told around the grapevine that money can be exchanged and these matters can be settled in house. So your father, so that your husband comes home and you
Yes.
didn't know that he goes. And what are you like? Asleep? You're asleep in bed or something?
It wasn't that late, so
Okay.
no, I wasn't asleep
And he
yet,
goes,
but yes.
But
yes.
you have 3 kids, so you're probably not that sexually active at that time. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, we still kind of were.
Oh, look at
yes.
you.
Yeah.
This is a
Let's
sassy
say yes.
mama. All right, so how old are you at the time?
I think you were 38.
Yeah, about that.
Okay, so you're 38. And so he comes home from the strip club.
Yes.
And
So we.
you make
yes.
love. You make
And
love. Do you
I
think
wasn't on the pill or anything because
Okay.
I figured, we'll be safe. I'm done. I don't have to do all that. And-
you were 38?
Right. So I
Who
just
taught you
figured-
this? What Bible camp did you hear this at?
We were just really careful. We were just careful and to,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
understand what
so
you're
that
saying,
was
but
right.
there was no
I don't-
protection, but you were
I-
careful.
I don't
Right.
understand. I need more explanation. In what
But-
ways were you careful?
It's
Yeah.
a hip game.
I
Hip
know,
game was
yes.
strong.
The hip
That's
game
what
was
that
not
was.
strong
But
in this
usually
instance.
he was very careful. That night he was not.
because he was so overwhelmed.
Right.
It was very fast, is what you're
Yes.
saying. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. He was just
So,
he was using you.
yes.
After a few drinks, you can't pull out of a driveway.
Yeah.
So
Oh, this has all been done before.
saying.
All right,
my
so
daughter.
Kristen, how old? So your siblings are all way older than you, and at
Yes.
what point did you realize maybe something's off here? How old are you, by the way?
So I'm 24.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 24. I probably realized when I was like 10, because I was like, why am I'm sharing a room with my sister who's 20. So I'm like, there's something.
Boy.
Right, and the idea that you're sharing a room with a 20-year-old, you're like, why did you have this many kids?
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like
20-year-old has to be thrilled about that arrangement,
Oh,
too.
she was pumped.
Oh yeah.
How much? You probably learned a lot young.
Oh, I
Kristen.
learned
Too much.
I learned
too much.
Right.
She hung around with her sister's friends. So she's 5, and they're all 15.
Oh,
and
boy.
she's watching movies with them that are scary, and like everything was like this was her daughter.
Kristen,
Oh,
what
wow.
was the most inappropriate thing you witnessed, say, as like a 5, 6, 7-year-old?
Let's not do that. Let's do more of this.
Well, no, I just want what movie, what
Oh,
thing
okay.
did
What,
you,
well,
yeah.
if you're doing a popular culture thing, sure.
Okay, so movie. I think I watched The Ring when I was 6,
That's too young.
and that was
Way too young.
we had to take the movie out of we had to take the TV. The tiny TV that we had, we took it out of our bedroom because I was
Yes.
terrified.
Okay, so you
No
you-
TV in the
okay.
room anymore.
And
I
Saw.
was scared someone was going to crawl out of it.
Okay.
So-
Saw.
Yeah.
And-
And,
and-
saw the movie Saw.
Yeah.
And as you are going through adolescence and things like that, are there's bad influences around? I would assume.
Yeah. They hid it for as long as they could.
Yes.
But I
Right.
got to the point where I would just come outside and they would all be outside doing things.
Right.
And I'd be like, what you
Smoking,
guys
drinking.
doing?
Right,
That's
right,
a
right.
funny smell.
Yes.
Right, exactly. Okay, and so I'm sorry, Kristen. I'm sorry. What's your name again?
Roberta.
Roberta. Let me write that down. Roberta. So, how did you control having such a young daughter when you had the older kids as well?
It was kind of tough with Kristen because she was out of the kids, she was probably the easiest.
Yeah, because you ignored her.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because you could.
And we were like friends. Like we would go
Sure.
everywhere because the kids were at school.
Right.
So she was mine. So
Right,
we
right.
would drive around and we would go places together and go to the mall. And as she got older, we would just we loved to look at houses. So we would drive around all the time looking at houses.
Right, because you can't afford them because you got the 4 kids.
I know, right? So,
Okay.
But Courtney had great friends too. So they were
Okay.
really good around Kristen. They tried to control the way they talked around her and stuff. But if it did
At least
get to
when you
the-
were around.
yeah, if it did get to the point, I would just pull her away from them.
You know what?
Okay.
It makes
Come
a nice upbringing for Kristen and for the both of you. But in terms of hardship, if you have siblings that are old enough to be babysitters, I think that counts against you in the hardship category. I don't know if this was all that difficult for Roberta.
But she says that unlike a lot of the youngest childs that are simply ignored, she became a running buddy of Roberta.
Oh yeah, we were we were always together, always doing something, or even if we were home, we were doing stuff together. So
Right.
because you think the other 3 are not there,
Right.
so all my attention is with her.
Okay, so Kristen, why does your mother, in your opinion, deserve to have this wonderful Mother's Day thanks to Steven Singer?
She was really good at just acclimating from how she would handle all of my siblings and then how she would handle me. Like she would let me kind of learn my own ways,
Yeah.
like hang out with my siblings,
try
this and that.
drugs.
But she
Ignored.
would
Yeah.
but she was really good at filtering out the good things, the bad things. She wasn't like a helicopter, but she was also very good at kind of teaching me the ways of life without being like breathing down my neck kind of
Okay.
thing.
All right.
So I think that she learned from my other siblings as they got older that she kind of had to like back off and kind of be a mom but not be a helicopter. So
Okay.
I had a very good upbringing because she taught me everything I needed to know, but I also didn't have to, I wasn't heavily dependent on her.
Could we find out possibly the name of the strip club that made your husband
in
so
Framingham.
horny that we could get it engraved maybe on one of the
Framingham.
pieces of jewelry?
I wouldn't even know it.
Or we could
We're from Framingham, so
Does Steven Singer have a pendant where perhaps we could just put the neon sign from the strip club, or maybe the dancer's face?
Oh, there you go.
That would be right. Okay. Did he have a proclivity towards certain dancers?
I have no idea. Like
All
I
right.
said, I didn't even know we went to it. So
When did he tell you that he had gone to it?
they just did.
we just did this morning.
You just did this morning. You and your
Yes.
dad?
No,
Apparently-
my sister and
My-
I. Apparently,
yeah.
my sister knew this whole time. I didn't
Yes.
know either.
Apparently,
So-
my sister told my daughter Courtney,
Yeah,
and then Courtney just told Kristen and me. So,
yeah.
Well,
We had
How'd
no
your
clue.
sister find out?
Who? Well, her husband.
She was
worked
dancing
with,
there.
No, her husband. her husband worked with mine. So
Okay.
that's,
all right. Well, look.
Okay.
Hey,
was-
listen,
he
we've
was
all
with
been to
her.
strip clubs. We all love strip clubs. All right. Well, look, Kristen and Roberta, it's a pleasure. If it was up to me, well, you're getting stuff no matter what. But let's break, and when we come back, we'll meet our other contestant, Allison, and then we will make our decision. Regardless, whatever, you will get a Mother's Day gift. You will get jewelry.
Thank you.
You will receive that. The week. All right, let's bring in Allison. She says she has 3 girls and 1 boy, and they're all mistakes. That's what she says. All right. Okay. Wow. Okay.
And I had a bit of a who's who moment.
I did
there for a
too.
second.
It's true.
I'm Allison.
All right, Allison.
hi,
Get us on the microphone. Allison, you're an attractive woman.
Thank you. Thank you.
How many kids you got?
4.
Okay. All right. All right. You a married woman?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. I'm joking around. I'm joking around. All right. Okay. So who is with you today?
This is my oldest, Bella.
Okay. So Bella is your oldest, and now
This
is it all the same father?
Okay.
Yep, all the same
Oh,
father.
well, look at this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look at this. All right.
It starts
So
to explain it, okay? Because if this was like the youngest that was a mistake, I'm like, it can't be that much, but this is your oldest,
This is my oldest.
which
Yep.
explains why you two look like siblings.
True. Yep.
Okay.
yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. There's a lot going on here. All right. Okay. So now all 4 of your kids were mistakes.
No, all 3 of my girls
Were mistakes.
were accidents.
Right. Which is a kind way of saying
Yeah,
mistakes.
yeah, yeah.
Semantics.
All right.
really,
Okay.
Allison.
Now, okay. I'm sorry because I don't have. Okay. Bella is the one that's here. Okay.
That
so,
was the one that's here.
Bella, when did you learn that you were unplanned?
I'm not sure. Probably like around
2. Okay, 6. So they kept it from you. Okay. When was Bella conceived and under what circumstances?
When I was a senior in high school.
Okay.
Yeah. So under
What town?
East Bridgewater.
There you go.
Oh, you know what?
That
There's a
explains
young
it.
lady that went to college in that area that's doing quite well for herself now.
Yeah,
She's got
yeah.
herself a 73-year-old boyfriend.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, giving her all kinds of money. All right, so I had to bring it up one time today. All right, so you're in high school, and you end up marrying the man who
do,
you had
yep.
who you had the child with.
Yep. And he's the one that told me to enter this contest. Yep.
He's an honorable man.
He is. He's a big time fan. Yep.
That's great.
Yeah,
And I
well,
was
he's a
just like-
smart man
Yeah.
too. All right, so you are in high school. How long had you been dating?
Honestly, off and on since we were like 13, 14 years old.
And you're still married.
Still married.
How old are you today?
I'm going to be 39 next week.
That's amazing.
And how old are you, Bella?
I'm 20.
Now, Bella, did your mother have any authority over you? You look like you're like together. Do you look like you're you don't look like a mess. You look like you're an attractive young lady. What was it difficult for your mother to control you because you guys are the same age?
A little bit, yeah. It's kind of been like we've been sisters our whole lives.
Okay, and now has that worked as you look back on it to your advantage?
Sorta.
How much responsibility did you have over your siblings?
Not much.
Okay, so that was handled. So you were able to be a free range kid. Okay.
Can we talk about the night of conception for Bella? What day of the year did this fall on?
Halloween.
Okay. This was not in a bouncy house. He was not dressed as Darth Vader.
No.
Okay.
It
All
was
right.
not.
Did it have anything to do with the costume that you were wearing?
No, it had more. No, he actually couldn't go out. So I went to his house.
Did you sneak in?
No,
Okay.
no. And that's the only reason why I
Were
know.
his parents home?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
can't remember that far back.
All
I
right.
don't believe
Wasn't
so.
Well,
that
it wasn't
far-
very
wasn't
long
that long?
ago. Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah,
that
it
long
wasn't
ago.
that long ago.
All right, so he couldn't go out. He was in trouble.
Yeah.
House arrest?
Or no, I just think it was Halloween, and no one's, nothing good happens on Halloween when you're a senior in high school.
Okay. Well, I don't know what you're talking about,
Yeah,
but fine. And so he comes over, and this is obviously you had lost your virginity at this time.
Obviously so.
Okay, so
yeah.
so the first time you ever made
Yeah, the
love
very
to your
first time.
would-be husband.
Yep.
Now, was it hard, Bella, for her to tell you to stay away from boys when she was so promiscuous when she was in high school?
Yes.
Okay, so were there ever arguments between the two of you, or like, how dare you say this to me? You were a teen mother?
I've definitely brought it up a few times.
Yes.
Okay, you have brought it up a few times. Now, how do you deal with that, Allison?
Oh, how do I deal with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one, but she's older than I was when I got pregnant, so I take that as a win, So
Right.
every year old, every birthday is, so she's gonna be 21 in July, so yeah.
Were your guys' parents pissed?
My parents were really great,
Okay, great.
really great.
So his weren't.
His were a little bit more disappointed, I guess you could say.
Now, do you get along with them now?
I do, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
for real?
I do.
Okay,
yeah.
but they're a bit of a pain in the ass.
sometimes.
Okay,
yeah.
well, listen, I didn't like my in-laws at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to tell you that.
All four of your kids, though, unplanned. So what's it like on the second, third, and fourth time you go to your husband to let him know that you're pregnant again and he's not expecting it?
So the second one was, my son was planned. That was after we got married when we were
Okay.
21. But my third was with I got pregnant with an IUD. So that's like an unusual thing to happen. So you
Oh, well,
kinda
that's
feel-
great to know.
Yeah, so
that can happen.
Yeah, so you kind of feel like you're
Fantastic.
you're doing everything right, and then
You had it in right and everything, a reputable, it was from
Yeah,
a reputable
well,
place?
I guess they said so.
Ah,
Yeah.
well, that's fantastic
so
news.
so that was obviously.
Well, now I got things to worry
Yeah.
about. Go ahead.
If you tell me the fourth one was after your husband had a vasectomy, I'm going to kill myself.
No.
Yeah, don't worry. You're
No,
all
it wasn't after that. But I got my tube side. He had a vasectomy. We were taking no chances. on
Okay,
number
that was
5.
after the fourth one.
Yeah, after the fourth.
Oh, you had your tube side and he had a
Yes, we went-
vasectomy.
Yes, we
You doubled down
Yeah,
on
we
things.
doubled down.
What's it like for you to hear this, Bella? To hear your mother talk about how hard it was for her to be infertile, as so many people struggle nowadays to have children. How does that feel? Do you realize how fertile you are and that the dangers of all of this?
Yes, I guess.
Okay, so how long do you want to wait? Like, when do you see yourself? Do you see yourself having kids?
Yes, for
Okay,
sure.
okay. How old would you think is an age where you would want to do that?
Definitely when I have enough money to do that.
Okay, so
25.
Say about 25, yeah.
You want to have kids when you're 25?
25 or older. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd say bare minimum. Yeah.
Uh,
bare minimum.
Maybe
Yep.
you don't rush at 25.
Yeah.
Maybe you wait a little bit longer. Maybe you enjoy your 20s.
Yeah.
That's just my
I
advice
agree with
to you.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, but there's no regrets. You had a wonderful life
Yeah.
with all these mistaken
Knock on wood,
children.
Still going. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and how old is the youngest?
She's 10.
Now, Bella, how old are you?
20.
And what's it like having a 10-year-old sibling?
It's awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
because you're like a mom.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
No, she's
I
not.
get to hang out with her.
Yeah.
But built-in babysitting.
A little bit, but honestly, Bella kind of grew up as like the only child with 3 other siblings in her mind, So yeah.
So you're superior to your
yeah,
siblings.
she was, but she drives them places, but it's not without, yeah.
Okay.
She didn't ask to be here. That's sometimes the excuse,
Did you do that?
No, because you were saying like, oh, you should be thankful you're here, and she go, well, I didn't even ask to be here.
So you do use this as ammunition a
Oh,
lot.
that is a real thing.
Like, if you got in trouble in high school, did you turn around and go like, "At least I'm not pregnant"? Did you do that? Yeah, smart.
Listen, I'm
Smart.
not sneaking out to have sex on Halloween.
Yeah, well, listen. Like, if she found you with a guy, you're like, "I ain't pregnant. I don't know what your problem is. I'm more responsible than you."
Good.
Well,
Use
what
that.
advantage do you have a mother who was so irresponsible as a teen? Well, listen. Let's bring in the other. Let's bring in Kristen and Roberta.
Yeah.
And you guys stay here as we bring in everyone. Kristen, you remember Roberta was impregnated by her husband after he got too horny from a strip club, and then it went way quicker than normal. And then Kristen was born, and of course, Allison was a teenager, and she had Bella, who's now older than her when she had her first kid, but she also has a 10-year-old. Now, look, we could have a debate all day on whose story we like more. Bring that mic right down to your face.
Yeah, I've done my calculations here, Fred, and it's really close.
It is very difficult. Well, listen, I'll tell you what we have. IHateStevenSinger.com has agreed to give everyone a Blue Moon 24 karat gold dipped rose. Okay, so that's happening. Now, the other prizes are a Moonlight Aquamarine stud earring.
The aqua stud earrings and the moon and back necklace. Those are the three big Mother's Day gifts.
Moon and black diamond necklace, let's
Yeah.
say. So these are 2 diamond gifts, as well as the Blue Moon 24 karat gold dipped rose.
Yes.
Now listen, you were both so wonderful, both of you. All 4 of you were so wonderful, and you were so kind to come in. And you have wonderful husbands that listen to the show. We are going to do something unprecedented today and give you all everything. Everyone wins everything. Hooray for everyone. What a wonderful Mother's Day. Bella, would you like to say something to your mom? Now she owes you. You got this for her.
Thank you, Mom.
No, not you. She gets it. She owes you something. Now you say what she owes you. Go ahead. She won a bunch of crap because of you. Now go say it. What does she owe you? You can't think anything, can you? Maybe you can, Kristen.
I don't know who you want to speak.
I want the children to go, hey, Ma, I just gave you a bunch of stuff. You brought me into this world by accident, and I'm still getting you things. All right, well, look, you're all wonderful, all 4 of you. And what great mothers to put up with these husbands that were so irresponsible.